If I was actually calling me the muffin man, I surely like the muffin top, muffin car, so I don't wanna stop. Got it on the lot, with this baby ever flop. Flexing all these rappers, I just let it slap chop. Feel hella hard right behind my desktop. Whoa, baddie, why she praying up to me? Ho ho, gotta give her when you're on your knees. Oh no, sick and tired of doing shit for free, yo bro. I'm a voice, bro, is that you? Don't you like it when these diamonds look like respect? I'm a little closer, sassy boy, and inspect. Sip a little Henny, that's the cause and defect. Baby, no money to this money, let me clear that. Big bag, price tag, Gucci rag, okay. Don't break, cocaine, red flag, no way. Big bag, price tag, Gucci rag, okay. Don't break, cocaine, red flag, no way.
Second podcast with Mr. Tynan and Mr. Martin here. It's gonna be pretty fucking spicy, saucy. Yeah.
Get some yarns in, get some chats, get all of that.
Mad shout out to Connor for the mic, Marcus for the camera, Jorgensen for the, well, she gave me a mic but I don't want it, but it's good. Yeah, Shahan's on camera. Yeah, fucking good on you, Shahan.
Creamy.
Yeah, so...
Big baby. Lockie's just out there doing fucking...
Lockie's getting himself some fucking waves.
Lockie's tying his do-rag back up.
Right, so, what do you want to start off on?
Start off on mine, mate. You're the host.
Right.
Yeah, dunno.
So, AusJackass, alright?
Yeah,
I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
I'll let you take this one for now, mate.
Yeah, so, what, like, well, how it started, how did it start? We just
watching Jackass.
Dude, one day we were watching Jackass and we're like, you know what, we're fucking dumb enough that we can just do this shit and it'll be funny as hell.
And our name's Jack, it just makes it better, right?
Yeah, we can, dude, both our names are Jack, AusJackass, we're in Australia, you know, and we're like, you know what, we'll start up an account every now and again, we'll just do some dumb shit, put it up there, see how it goes.
We're planning to post more, but it's like, it's fully hard to
find it's hard,
to make
dude,
videos.
like, when you're in school and that kind of thing, and like,
all we have is the weekend.
It's hard to do dumb shit and get away with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're hoping the holidays it gets warmer, we can go to the water hole.
Yeah.
Exactly. The water hole shit. Yeah. But like, we actually we were expecting to get like 100 views a video.
Yeah, like, the first one got like 900 views straight away.
Yeah, legit. The first video, most of you probably know, I literally just rode down
like
the hill on my skateboard, just fucking nuts first into a bowl. And I uploaded. I'm like, this is getting like 100 views. I think it's at 1,100 now.
Oh, more than that. That was like
that was
like 3 months ago or something.
Something like 3 months ago. It was like 1,100 views. It went really well.
I love that shit, man. Like doing dumb shit and filming it.
Yeah,
Good
fun. And then what was the next one we did?
Hitting me with the ball.
That one was kind of shit because we were just trying to think of something to do.
Yeah, let's just.
I really like that one where you fucking lit his head. That shit was fucking hilarious.
I just knocked that shit.
Knock her back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking done.
That was a fun one. That was a good night of filming Jackass.
Yeah, that was a good one because
Lockie Reed, the flamethrower, mate.
Yeah, Lockie Reed got the flamethrower for us, lit my hair on fire. But the story behind that was originally we were just gonna do that and light my hair on fire. I was gonna jump around for a bit. And we lit my hair on fire. It wasn't enough. It started going out. And I was
you put your fucking head back in
this isn't good enough. So I was like, fuck it. I just went down, stuck my head back in the fire again.
And then the other one was a deodorant can in the fire and it just blew up.
Definitely a deodorant can,
That was pretty funny.
Imagine like turning on a light, man.
Oh my.
Would fucking go up in flames. I look, you want to do it.
Yeah. What about the future?
What's the future of
AusJackass? Well,
eventually we want to be up to posting weekly.
Yeah, we really want to. Yeah, we really want to get to the point where we post weekly, or like we can meet up once a week, do a ton of dumb shit in the day, and then you can spread it out through the week.
So
that would be good. But
we're not gonna do something every week, but we might do a ton of stuff. A month or something, and post that each week for a bit.
Like, I don't know if it'll work out or not, but we're hoping to keep the channel like long enough until we get out of school, and then we can just meet up like every day and do we'll do whatever we want, and we're not restricted by illegal content because we'll be legal. So
yeah, that's very true. It'll make
I feel like shit's still illegal no matter the age, man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But this
what the fuck are you doing?
There's some stuff like we'd be able to do then, but we just can't do it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Legality.
Drinking, that kind of thing.
When
someone gets hit by a car.
Someone gets hit by a car.
Yeah, we'll film.
Yeah, I fucking love
When we
to
got
see
our
someone
fees.
get decked by a car.
When we got our feeds, we'll just run over Shahan. Not even for AusJackass.
Dude, that's actually an idea. I saw one time where Steve-O, the mad cunt, he puts up a ton of these like tables. I think he stacked like 8 tables up on top of each other. Gets on the top like on his skateboard, and he gets a car underneath that runs over all of the tables, and he sits there and like tries to ride on the car and then down the other side.
Surely
He ended up snapping like
Yeah.
his shin bone in like
Yeah.
3 different spots, but
It's
Surely-
fucking crazy that
you know-
those guys are still alive.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, dude, I've watched a couple different things on Steve-O because I like follow him closely. And
Golf
actually,
cart, mate.
I actually like.
Fucking love Steve-O.
He's one of my icons.
Yeah,
You know?
he's a good bloke.
Fair enough.
But
yeah.
oh yeah, and he's had so many close calls to dying. It's insane. Like there was one where he was at this party just off his head. He's on like a 3rd or 4th floor on the balcony.
Oh yeah.
And this he's talking to this chick talking about like, oh yeah, I could probably do some trick or I jump off here. Accidentally falls off this 3rd story apartment, just boom straight onto this concrete. He's lying there with just this blood pooling out of his head. Everyone's looking like this guy's fucking dead. And anyway, he gets rushed to hospital.
Yeah.
He gets knocked out for like 6 hours or something. Wakes back up in hospital. Straight away, gets out of the bed, goes back to the party in his hospital gown, and just stands there at the place where he nearly died, and he just kept partying. I think he said he like chugged the beer where he nearly died or
Yeah,
something
mate.
like that.
Surely that's how you pull girls.
Yeah.
That's
the way.
Go to hospital.
Yeah.
That's the strat.
Yeah, I reckon we should do something where we get a bunch of like the camping tables, we stack them up next to a trampoline, we like double bounce someone on the trampoline onto the tables and they just fall
And
through
then
them
fall
all.
through?
Yeah, just
Oh
slam a bunch
yeah,
of tables.
that's so true.
Oh, I reckon that'd
I
be
feel like I'd be good at that actually, like
Yeah.
like the ones at the parties where they like jump onto the tables and
Yeah.
break
Yeah.
them. I feel like I'd do that.
Hit it with your like elbow and just go through them.
I'll get at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just go through this one, mate.
But yeah, like anyone who has ideas for AusJackass, like feel free to like message them to
Yeah.
us, and we'll do your ideas most of the time because you know
Yeah,
not
if-
too many restrictions.
if
Most
it's
of the
not
time it'll be
girls.
me doing them because this cunt's a bitch. But
No.
like,
I'll
The
do it.
fucking camera recording.
Yeah, we definitely want to do some more stuff, get the uploads more common.
yeah,
Eventually, when we're out of school, we want to get to the phase where we're selling merch, mate.
yeah.
Right.
AusJackass
I would
merch.
buy
Oh,
AusJackass.
yeah.
If you can donate to AusJackass, that will mean we can do so much more stuff.
Yeah, exactly. With like funds, yeah.
Because
Then
then, yeah.
things we could do, we could hire stuff. We could.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I reckon that would be good.
Bro, Frank Sinatra was from the hood.
Yeah, this is just a fucking shop, mate. Just
I
try on whatever you want.
The straw goes more hard, to be honest.
Yeah, how many fedoras do you have?
I have like 4, man.
Oh, nice.
I had a fedora face.
Oh, you have a
Yeah.
Oh, she
Don't
comes
fucking
on.
show off the
Shahan have the
tonight.
Yeah.
It smells like shit, man.
You smell like shit.
Fuck
No,
you.
but
No, like smell inside
no,
it.
you can't see the f***. It's censored.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. No one even knows.
Censor this out.
I'll
in the
just put like a
video.
little
Blur everything we say for a solid 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, it smells like no.
What does it smell like?
Give it a wash though.
It's
Yeah.
like old water. Like, no, when you
Fill
got
it
like
up.
old water in a
No,
bottle.
remember-
you
Does it
smell
smell
it?
like
Detergent?
protein when you just don't clean the bottle?
I think I put
Nah,
piss in it
that's-
once.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's
You,
not
Yeah.
your dick fits in that.
No, no.
Guys, in this hole.
I meant your cockets. No, I didn't piss in the fucking.
Oh, right. I also thought you meant you pissed it.
No, okay, I get
Yeah,
you.
no, but then it
Well,
fucking.
you
that
must
shit
be a lightweight
expires.
if
Yeah.
this is your.
No, it's because I
What
didn't
do I
have
do?
anything once.
What do I do when this time runs out?
Oh, you just press it again, man.
Which button? This one?
Yeah. Don't press it now, but yeah. I'll get. I'll
Lachie,
fucking.
get out of the video.
Oh.
We continue.
Yeah, fucking check out. I'm gonna put something out. Check
Hold
out AusJackass.
Yep.
Here's a fucking
Yeah,
thing.
AusJackass.
Oh yeah, it wasn't
Man.
recording. Fucking wait.
What do you mean it wasn't
It
recording?
says SD storing.
Why'd you stop it?
I didn't.
Oh my
If
god.
it stopped,
It did stop.
did you stop it?
No, it said
You
zero.
you literally
Well,
It
I
stopped.
just started
Switching
it. Well, it's storing.
Oh, sorry guys, we have a retard on set.
Stop. Do you want to be a
Which
cameraman?
one?
Yeah,
Do I
yeah,
wanna
it's
be
recorded. Stop.
No.
Okay, fuck it. Did it?
Yeah, it's right.
No way. We were talking for 9 minutes. You stopped that shit.
No, you were like I swear.
fuck it.
It's still running here.
Yeah, that's good. That shit runs. That shit's running. This will
Yeah.
keep fucking
Oh,
running.
good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anything else you got?
yeah, I'll just check out what people said.
Oh, I heard one thing. People were asking about equal pay in sport.
Oh yeah.
Equal pay in
Opinions on
sport.
that,
Yeah. Like as in gender.
Yeah, like gender pay.
I feel like it should be based on skill, not on gender.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how
Like-
much you sell tickets.
Yeah.
And your sponsorships. It's completely individual based.
Look,
It should
how
not be
how
gender-based.
how are you gonna pay equally if
Such a nosy
how are you gonna pay male sports and female sports equally if female sports doesn't get as much revenue
Yeah.
as male sports?
Yeah.
Because
That's how
what money are they gonna pay out of if they don't get as much revenue?
That's how you go bankrupt
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
team. You pay people more than you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not smart.
So like I think eventually it'll get to a point where
It's
it's gonna slowly start balancing out.
It's going to even
So-
out
Yeah.
because more people are interested in female sport because, let's be real, it's like a new thing that people are going
Exactly.
to.
Like
it hasn't
it's
been around
only
for long,
recently
male sport.
come together. So.
Wait, Locke, how do you do a bandana?
Are you kidding? Fold it
How
in
do you do
half
it?
and then tie it around the back.
Fold it in half. Do the top thing.
Like
make
make-
around a couple
So go
times,
from a
and
diamond to a triangle. You good?
Yeah, then you're doing your fucking.
then no.
Wait. So we got.
What is that?
Oh my god.
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just
you're on
literally.
the spectrum, mate.
No, that's
you
a
don't-
rectangle.
that-
You
you
don't
don't
fold
fold
it.
Man, I'm looking
Yeah,
losing
go
fucking
away.
brain cells. Anyways, yeah, yeah, no, I completely agree. It should be based on skill and how much you bring in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you know, pretty sure in the WNBA or women's football, they get a high percentage than what the guys
It's the
get.
same with the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
The women got a higher percentage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't bring as much money in.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
exactly.
can't.
that's
They physically cannot pay them more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like when the American team saying, "Oh, they won the World Cup," the men didn't.
Yeah.
You look at it, like the teams.
it doesn't matter who won. It matters how many tickets you
Yeah,
sell,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
the women's teams are losing to under 15 boys team like 7-1.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was shocking.
It's not
Yeah.
comparable
That's
saying
bad.
you won a tournament that was
Yeah.
very less skilled
Yeah.
than that you won that you like came like you didn't even go to a tournament that was way more skilled. It's just
This
not
is
the
shit
same.
fidget spinner. I think there's another one, the black one or the white one.
Yeah.
There's the white one as well.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
And a chain.
And a chain.
The
It's like
broken
saying,
chain or the real
like
chain?
saying when our
Chain with
rugby
a pin on
team
it.
loses
The
all
chain
our
with a pin on
games,
it.
Some real
but then if we played in the
Why is
B
there a
division,
pin
we
on
win
the
the
chain?
ball. It's
Oh,
not
it's
the same.
magnetic.
Yeah.
We're not,
Yeah.
Oh,
we're not
fuck,
like
okay.
better because we played in a different tournament.
Mm.
Whether
Yeah.
we're like we're still the same skill. We're just playing against less like
Yeah.
better
Exactly.
opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
We got people asking what makes hoes mad.
What makes hoes mad, mate? If the hoes get mad,
Fucking it pops in his head. Hoes?
here's a hoe. Here's a hoe. He's kind of mad, mate. If they're a hoe, they'll get mad over everything.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
fair enough. If you're a hoe, you're already
They're
mad.
salty
Yeah,
over like the smallest shit.
Stop being
It's
a hoe.
hilarious.
I
Stop
think
being a hoe and you won't be
Matt, how
mad.
come
and
these
hoes
hoes
won't
ain't
be
loyal?
mad.
Hmm?
These hoes
Cadets.
ain't loyal.
Yeah. What do you think? What are your thoughts on cadets?
Cadets.
The cadets. What are you looking like?
You know, I can see the concept in it, but I think they take it too far in the real world.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they take their cadets training way too
Serious.
not serious because it is a pretty serious thing.
Yeah,
But
but
no,
like,
if,
it's
Yeah.
like-
if they want to get somewhere in the future with that kind of thing, it's a pretty serious
The
thing.
fuck?
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's
not everyone needs
but
to
like
know about
But
it.
it's
Why'd
like
you
acting like
disconnect
you
it?
playing rugby for club. It's like acting
Trying
you're
to
in the
put it
World
on.
Cup team.
Yeah,
It's like that's
it's
basically
bigger
what
than
it
it'll
is.
fit around your neck.
Lockie, can you stop disrupting the podcast?
Bro, I feel like
I
cadets
wasn't. He
think
talked
that
to
they're
me
actually
about
being deployed.
What?
Like, they take it that seriously.
Yeah.
They think
Yeah.
they've been deployed, they've been, like, to Afghanistan. It's like,
Like the
Can't
cadets look
Shut
fun
up.
and shit.
If you want to be in the fucking podcast, then get signed up another day, man.
no.
Yeah. You're on fucking next week.
I'm
okay?
cameraman
Get
and I'm
fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
chuck
points.
on me and Shahan next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll come here and disrupt
That's
the
a
whole thing.
topic.
Alright, what
Yeah.
else? Anything else?
right. We had someone say feminism. I guess we kind of covered that, but we like feminism generally.
Like, I get feminism. I get everything equal, like, genders. That's fine. But modern feminism is not about genders being equal.
Well, no, that's not true. Modern feminism is still alright, but then there's this next level
Yeah,
of
well,
feminism,
that's, like,
which
more
is
modern.
which is man hating. And
Yeah.
so that when it gets to that,
Yeah, that's what the modern feminism is becoming. Because you see, like,
no, that's
You
what
see-
some feminism.
no, but like the
because
mainstream,
they're still good. They're still good.
Yeah,
modern
mainstream feminism though that you see is more men hating, which is
Yeah.
why I call it the modern feminism.
but it's only mainstreaming because people don't like it, so they put it up to.
I feel like modern feminists don't recognise that there needs to be more equity than equality.
Exactly.
Yeah, there
Like,
was this woman who made a movie or a documentary called The Red Pill.
Yeah.
And she was like a major feminist.
Yeah.
And what she did was she went around interviewing like men's rights organizations, and she went into it thinking, oh, these people are stupid. I'm gonna find any way to like dispute them and make them look stupid.
Yeah.
And she came out of it thinking the same thing. And then when she went through like editing all the footage, she was like, wait, they're actually right. Like they're talking about how like abuse statistics, like 40% of people who suffer abuse are men. Yet in the US, there's only one shelter for like male victims of abuse, and there's like something like 700 for women, even though it's like only a 40 to 60% difference. And like the male suicide rates, like they don't talk about that really.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh yeah, actually no. Yeah, so 40 to 60 abuse in general is probably right.
Yeah.
Because but the male rapists there's a lot more male rapists than female rapists. It's something I think it's like 7% of.
Wait, Shahan, can you get a zoom in on Lachie?
Yeah.
Jesus, mate.
You know the shit I've done to that fucking harmonica?
This guy's
Wow! Did you pee in it like a fart?
Yeah.
That shit's been around, man. It's like older than me.
Talking of pee water,
He's got like a 4 litre bottle in his room.
Is it still recording, Shahan?
Yeah, can we?
How
much
so
3 minutes.
Yesterday because it was a really hot afternoon, we went through the ovals there, and the sprinklers were on, and so the sprinklers were on, and we're like, so it's a bit of a hot day, why not go for a run through the sprinklers? So see, Jack sort of dipped his toe in, tested the water.
I walked straight.
I was saying metaphorically dipped your toe.
I walked straight in, and it covered my whole body.
Yeah, and then I decided I'll just take a sprint straight through all these sprinklers, right?
Yeah.
And so I sprint through, midway, just scream. I was like, ah! And when I screamed, I get to the end, and this guy, he must have been like a ref or something, came out the changing rooms. He was the groundskeeper or some shit, and he came out the change rooms, and he's like looking at me like this, and he's like, "You know if that water's safe to drink, mate?" And I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Probably. I mean, it's fresh water." And he's like, "Well, what if I told you it came out the sewage over there?" And I was like, I looked up at him straight in his eyes, and I was like, "Mate, doesn't fucking bother me. I've swam in plenty of sewage before." He just looks at me, he just shakes his head, and he just walks off. And I was like, "Get away with whatever." And Jack thought I was getting in mad trouble, so he like walked right around me and shit.
Oh, I saw him like when you were going through the last one. I saw him walking out with his arms crossed, and I was like, "Ah, shit, he's fucked." And then I just see them having a chat, so I start walking around like the back to come like past the back, because I wasn't gonna run through the sprinklers while he's talking to you.
You have that big red.
Oh, look, you actually need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's back there somewhere. Stop fucking touching.
Stop fucking interrupting the podcast. Same with you.
Right.
You can't talk because the mic. You're too far away from the
I know,
mic.
you just... No,
Like, we fucking understand what you're saying, but it fucks up the whole quality. So shut the fuck up.
We're trying to film.
Why are you putting it on the ring as a tone? How the fuck does it fit in?
No, Ben, can we get back on task?
Yeah,
We're just trying to film, thank you.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah. What about that Gillette ad? Remember that?
Oh, that was bad.
Gillette ad?
Gillette ad. Which one was that?
The
The
one
one
where they had like
Like, they
the...
were shitting on guys. And
Yeah, they were shitting on guys. They lost...
Yeah? Yeah, just keep talking about the Gillette ad.
Yeah, they lost so much revenue off that. Their stock was legit.
You have to actually stop fucking walking around and shit. I'm not even kidding.
It's so bad.
Because if we keep talking about stuff and then you keep interrupting it, they can't put that in the podcast. They have to cut it out.
No, we're taking you over the podcast.
No, but yeah, their revenue like half because it was an ad basically where they were like shitting on men, saying that men are like shit. Basically.
Oh, true.
It was like going around being like, it was showing like boys having a fight, and it was like boys will be boys, and it was like we've got to be better than this.
Yeah.
And Gillette's like if anyone doesn't know what Gillette is, it's kind of dumb, but it's like the shaving company for men basically.
Yeah.
And what they did was they basically shat on their like pretty much their whole like audience who buys from them.
Huh?
So all their shit dropped.
Can you get me the topics from over there?
And
Well,
then
I'm
she
talking
released
with
another ad a
Shahan
few days ago where it was like they were basically.
I would have slapped you
apologising
later if
for
you
it.
want, Sean.
Oh, it was an ad apologising for that.
There was like another ad that was basically like an apology for the shitting on men ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
fair.
good. Yeah, they lost a lot from that.
Yeah, I bet.
I think
thought it was pretty
Gillette's
fucked.
too fucking expensive for their quality anyway.
Yeah, do you hear they lost like 8 billion?
yeah,
in
8
stock?
billion.
I think it like
Apparently.
did a half or something like
Yeah.
Wow.
their stocks completely dropped. It was bad.
Yeah.
What about
Is it still recording?
Anshu asked us a question.
Yeah, does that mean recording?
No.
Now it is recording.
So when the time runs out, press the button again. And then
it's recording.
Yeah, aren't you asked a question about
Yep.
like supporting like fat people and like the plus size models?
Yeah.
So do you mean supporting fat people?
No, yeah, like,
or do you mean
Showing being obese in
showing
a
them off
positive
in a
light.
positive
positive
way,
positive way? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, like it's not good to be positive about being obese. I think that you should be proud. Like you shouldn't be ashamed of what your body looks like.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
But I still think
Well, you should
that,
still be healthy.
I
and
still
shit.
think that you should work towards
You shouldn't.
being as healthy as you can be because. Like, I don't think you should be ashamed if you are fat, but I think you should work towards being a more fit person.
And we shouldn't like bully, like necessarily like bully people who are fat, but we also shouldn't support them and say, oh, it's fine to be fat.
Yeah.
You need to be telling them that like their lives are basically at a risk of being fat, and when people are like promoting fat as like perfectly okay and stuff, that is like that's got to end up killing people.
Yeah.
It is
Because
It's a fucking dangerous
if
thing,
you're saying oh, you're fat and that's okay, you don't have to change.
That's where
you do have to change because
It's fine saying
it's
it's
damaging your
yeah.
body. It's wrecking your body.
It's
It's giving you an early death date, man.
Yeah, basically like exactly that. It's the fine line between saying being fat is okay and like there's nothing wrong with it. You can't say there's nothing wrong with it, basically.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be fat, but you have to work. You have to work towards.
You still have to understand. You have to be healthy as well and shit.
You should be okay with being fat, but you shouldn't be striding like to be fat.
Yeah, and
unless you're bulking.
Bulking.
Bulking. And there's only when people say I can't help being fat, that's not true. There's only one. There's one reason. I think there's only a few. There's this medical disorder. I can't remember what it's called. But off the top of my head, but it's where your body produces too many fat cells or something, and it's called a glycoma or something. I don't know if that's what it is.
Like there are some people who medically can't help it, and that's like horrible. But there's some people who just choose not to help it, and that's where it's like
exactly.
I don't.
And then there's the people
like
who,
Shahan.
So bad.
and then there's the people who condone it, and that's when it's not alright.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I gotta clap so I can sync up these microphones later. Oh, fuck! There we go. Right. So someone said, "Oh, Mr. Swift allegedly being fired from Ironbark."
He did. He got fired.
Yeah. So not allegedly, you got fired.
Apparently, so what it started off was, apparently, you gotta shut up. So apparently first he was just being racist, like he was saying, he kept calling a Mexican guy he kept calling him like a fence jumper or something like that. And like, look, that's just jokes. Like, he
joked around to all
he joked around,
but like, no one really
and
cared about
if
that,
he got fired for that, then they're a bunch of soft cocks. But like,
it was with the chicken.
But then what happened was there was this chick who supposedly had some cojones, and I don't know who she is, so I'm not.
Yeah.
But she reckoned every time that he talked to her, he looked down at cojones.
Didn't she say to some other teachers
and then she said to the other staff, she was like, look, if every time he talks to me, he does this. And then she went over to talk to him, and he literally just looked straight down. Yep. I don't know if this is true or not, so I'm not saying it's true, but this is what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And so apparently he got fired after that. This is an EF.
And I haven't seen him at school, and I've seen other teachers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's pretty fucky looking at an underage girl and all that.
But
like,
but he was a good bloke. I actually really liked it.
Yeah, he was good to us, especially.
Yeah. Because he was like all the other. Most of the other staff that I liked, they were really like pretty Christian and that kind of thing. But he sort of understood being boys a bit more, and like he sort of understood how to treat us and that kind of thing, and being nice when he had to, but then also being a bit of a dick when he had to as well. But he had to do what he had to do,
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I can see why he got fired.
Yeah. In the last podcast, you guys like started talking about consent, but you didn't really talk about it. Should we talk about that or?
Well, sure. It was just kind of for my HP assignment.
Yeah.
You want to talk about consent?
Well, I heard you talking about it, and I'm sure there's some people out there who want to know your views on it.
Well, I kind of uploaded a video of me just talking to the camera about consent.
Oh, fair enough.
So yeah.
So
yeah. Alright.
Like a 10-minute video of me just fucking Yeah, so... Okay, this is random, but dating advice and how to get a girlfriend.
Dating advice and how to... Which lonely fucker said this?
No,
Surely Shahan.
No, Will Gaddy, he's
Hayden Morris.
it's not... No, I'm not going to say who it is, but it's some kid in grade 9.
Alright,
okay.
It's not Will Gaddy.
to this lonely person that wants dating advice.
Mate, what you do is you go on your Snapchat and you add every single girl in your quick ad.
Wait, no, we're talking dating. We're not
Yeah,
talking
mate.
We're not talking pulling 1 out of 10s.
Mate,
Shmardo, come on.
8 out of 10.
Look, Shmardo and I's advice on getting girls on Snapchat: go through your quick ad, add every single girl in your quick
And
ad.
send them like a
When they add you back, tense your jawline this side here.
Fucking arm, mate.
It's always this side. You have to do this side.
Yeah, and also you want a light up here.
Yeah.
If you have a light up there, and
flash.
then you get the angle of the light coming down here.
It's so fucking
It brings
But
the
it's fair
angle of the jawline right
Or
out.
like your flash, because like the flash, it kind of like hides any sort of like fat almost. It like doesn't show it as much.
What chicks do they pull from this? Like,
All of
Alright,
them.
look, every single chick.
are we talking like
How
some
many
nice,
actually
mature
pull?
women, or are we
Okay,
talking?
so here's what happens.
Mate, surely they're not
go,
mature.
here's what happens. You go through all of them. You go through all of them.
So the game was zooming
Shmardo,
over.
his notifications are popping. Go ahead.
His notifications.
With this fucking thing. No, move it.
Don't zoom in, you cunt.
Is it zooming in?
Yeah.
I'm not the fucking
Which one am I doing?
Those are 114,
No, I
1 out
want
of
to
10.
see.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
114, and that's in the last like 24
Shmardo,
hours.
hold
Shmardo, hold it. I'm at your face.
That one right there.
Put it closer.
It doesn't zoom anymore.
Surely that's the thumbnail.
Can I get out? Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
How
can't
many?
fucking see, but how many
Alright, well,
is
there's 114
Zoom back.
114.
in
Alright.
24
He does it every
And how
once-
many are men?
Like, 3, maybe 3.
3.
Alright, but look, so here's
Are
what
they both in the
happens.
shot then?
And
Are they
birthday
both in
shout
the
outs.
shot?
Sorry.
Add any chick on a birthday shout out. They're feeling happy, it's their birthday.
Yeah.
mate.
But here's what happens, you know, you go you go through the quick ad and you add all of the girls. Some of them, so once they add you back and you take a photo and send it to all of them, the jawline photo, whatever. Some of them, they'll look young and you're like, oh shit.
So you
And
have,
you have
the
to ask.
first question
You
is
go,
what grade
you
are
go,
you
what grade are you in? If it's anything under
below 9.
below year 9, you're dipping.
Yeah.
Mate,
Remember, year 9 is fine, year 8 is rape.
Yeah.
Can we get Shahan's opinion on
Wait,
the
okay,
young
on
women
that,
here?
on that,
yeah, Shahan.
Right.
That was an accident.
No, I remember
Surely
that
wasn't,
one
mate.
time Shahan was texting this Persian 12-year-old that I knew.
Boy,
Motherfucker, we were both
12.
15.
Oh,
and then,
12.
bro, she looks like she's 16,
She's
17.
not, though.
That
she,
doesn't
she
matter.
does fucking not.
I
Her
have no
sister
idea.
looks 20, but she looks like she's 12.
No, she's
I don't know
not.
where the
Oh,
fuck we
that's
were at.
not good. That's not good.
She's like a family friend
You
as
better
well. The
not be
moment I
showing
saw
it.
her.
Do you remember when we were in the lockers and we were looking through like Snap,
Yeah,
Insta?
but
and
like
those are year 8 chicks
all
and you
these
said
chicks
she's
you're
hot?
pulling, right? Like on Snapchat, and what, have you actually ever met these chicks? And
No,
what
no,
percentage?
No, okay.
Don't meet
This
them.
is just for snapping some
Yeah,
fit,
this
some
is-
fit girls, right?
that's
This
not-
isn't for this isn't for dating.
It's
That's
that
just,
clap.
that's just a bit of fun in your free time.
So
This
look,
isn't
you'll
dating
get
advice.
like 20 to 25 from quick ad.
in each
You'll
quick ad, yeah.
keep talking to about you only lose about
10
4. You only
to
you only
20,
lose
10 to
about
20 depending on like who they are.
oh well, you're fucking ugly.
No, 10 to 20.
He's going red.
about 5 of them leave me on red, right? And
I've never been
they
left on
leave me
red.
on scene, and then all of the other ones you keep talking to, you lose about 5 from age. You have to dip from them.
Yeah.
So you end up with
Yeah,
about
oh,
you
no,
end up
that's
with
what I
about you end up with about 10, and
That's what I
about
meant.
1
10
in
to 20 you keep talking
and
to.
about 1 in 10. You'll get
You'll actually
you'll get some
Yeah,
nice,
like,
you'll get some
you'll-
nice photos.
you'll have-
I'll say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And then, but there'll also be some there that are actually like good people and you can genuinely chat to, and you might want to have a
What
thing
the
with
fuck
them.
are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So none
Is
of
that
this
my
is
bow
actual dating advice.
Yeah, exactly. So
Old
that's
mate,
what-
old mate asked for some dating advice.
Okay,
that's
dating-
something he says, not the
Dating
camera.
advice, mate.
Yeah.
This is what the legendary Pickle told me. So what you do is you take them to El Dorado,
Oh
a
god.
cinema with no one else in it. You go to the back and you just root
Oh,
them.
stop.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
No, just keep going.
No, it has a timer on it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's recording.
So just
Okay, I'll repeat that for the
No, that's shit
camera.
advice.
So what you do is Pickle told me this, right? You go to El Dorado cinemas. You go to a movie not many people are gonna be at. You
Yeah.
go to the back, it's dark, and you just root them.
That's not dating advice.
Maybe we shouldn't have said his name because he might have tried this with a few girls that might have just found out
He
that
told
that's
me
what
he
he tried
has
to do.
it.
No.
Look,
Yeah, blur out his name.
I found.
I tried that once, but it was like a full fucking cinema. We were watching that movie about orphans, so it was pretty fucked.
Yeah, that's probably not the best movie to
Yeah.
Look, I watched this British TV show. It's pretty good. It's called Skins.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I love
it's
Skins,
a good
man.
show.
So
Yeah.
the legendary James Cook, right?
Yeah.
He
Fucking James
advice,
Cook.
The advice. I'm fucking Cook, God. No, so the advice that he's given me is, fuck, there's 3 and I can only remember 2.
Just
of them.
don't be Sid.
That's only season 1. James.
No,
Cook's
mate.
not
Yeah,
even
James
on
Cook
it.
doesn't even know Sid.
Yeah, no, but this is advice. Just
No,
don't be
James
fucking
Cook got
Sid.
Sid's locker room.
Yeah, I know
And he
that,
found the porn in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah. He
But
torched the fucking locker.
shout out to Skins. Everyone go fucking
Yeah,
watch Skins. It's
Skins
a
is
great,
fucking
It's
rad.
a great
Very
TV
good
show.
show.
It's
So
an
good.
amazing.
Have you ever
TV
fucking
show.
seen Skins?
No,
I haven't watched
No,
it since
because you're a
grade
fucking,
eight.
What is
fucking
it?
idiot.
It's a British show.
British TV
It's
show.
just really good.
amazing.
It's just really good, yeah.
But yeah, so
Oh, it's about like
step 1,
relationships and stuff. And like
relationships, drugs,
Wholesome shit.
alcohol,
Wholesome.
partying,
Yeah.
high school, doing whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
want.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
cool.
much.
But so step 1 is to touch them, like, and not on their vagina. Fucking
No, just
anywhere,
let
right?
them know you're interested. Like,
You can
fucking.
touch them here.
Yeah.
You can like grab their leg or whatever when you're talking to them. I don't fucking know. Just
Not
as long-
not
as
too
long-
high on the leg.
As long as it's
Like
not
a rape.
rapey.
Just
Don't
like
rape them.
flick their nose a couple times.
Go behind them, flick their earlobe. And then there's another one. I think it's just talk to them or some shit. Like
Yeah.
like make a ton of
Just be
conversation.
fucking confident,
Be
man.
confident.
But you're also
And
gonna
then
be yourself.
and
Yeah,
then
be yourself, be
if
confident.
when you look
Yeah.
in their eyes, if their pupils dilate,
They're like you, mate.
they like you. They want
Or they're fucking high. You know.
yeah, or
Yeah.
they're yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
both.
They're a handsome
In
piece.
Skins, it's probably both.
Yeah, it would
Probably
be.
both in Skins, to be honest.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But look, for real, like proper dating advice, just be yourself,
Yeah.
man. Like you're not gonna get every girl that's
And-
out there.
yeah.
If you like a girl, it's doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
you've just gotta stay confident, be yourself, talk about whatever you want to talk about. You have to stop fucking doing that, look.
The golden rule is that like
It's a good.
if in a year's
Yeah.
time it's not gonna matter if she says no or whatever, it's not gonna matter, no one's gonna care, then go for it. Because in a year time everyone forgets. You might have a laugh about it with mates or someone might laugh about it, but it's not like an actual thing.
Just
Mate.
wait, I'm gonna do like a.
Mate, I've been dumped and rejected plenty of fucking times.
Yeah.
You get
You gotta
over
take
it.
it like a
You
fucking
get
champ.
over it. You know, you take it like a champ.
Yeah.
Right. So Lachie wanted me to ask Martin, how many girlfriends have you had? 2.
Oh shit! You've had none!
No.
Two that he's met like once.
Yeah, no, I'm talking who have you asked out and they've said yes.
Ash Sitch of grade 7.
We're talking real. We're talking real shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, none. So your dating advice is shit.
We're not giving
you
dating
didn't even have
advice,
a
mate.
girlfriend, you idiot. Oh my! You're talking about all this. Oh yeah, I'm top shit. Oh yeah, I know. This pulls so many
Mate,
chicks.
mate.
You've had 0 girlfriends.
Mate, I'm not.
3 years ago.
I'm not in
I'm
there.
for sure
I'm
having
not.
Lachie
Boy,
on a
Max,
fucking
mate,
podcast.
start swinging, Max.
Yeah,
Mate,
No,
he took
I'm
your
not-
girl
I'm
in
not
year
giving
7,
advice.
Max. He took your girl in year 7.
6, mate.
Year 6.
What?
Did you say
Oh.
grade 7?
I made grade 6, mate.
Oh my god, even
No,
worse.
no, I'm not giving advice on how to get a girlfriend. I'm getting advice on how to pull on Snapchat. That's how you do it, man.
Fuck.
Look,
You started giving dating advice. That's
No,
why
I
I asked
asked
the
you,
question.
Oh, I feel like that
Lachie, you're
wasn't
the fucking
dating
cameraman.
advice.
Shut the
Yeah, it
fuck
wasn't
up.
dating
No,
advice,
man.
mate.
Boys, that
I
was.
had good questions.
Sure, but
No,
you
we
can't-
for sure having Lachie on next
Oh,
time.
yeah,
For
right.
now, I
Yeah,
keep
You
it
can see him
quiet.
next time when you
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
chance.
I've got my hand.
Alright, what's your question?
Okay, yeah,
So-
here's Shahan's question.
Basically.
Well, come here if
all-
you're fucking having a question.
We can come on and ask. That's a
Look-
good thing.
Yeah, but just
Look
don't
at the-
interrupt.
Where are
the
you
middle of
going,
the
you dumb
conversation.
fuck?
Alright.
I'll do my finger.
So basically, I feel like all that wasn't dating advice. That was just
Pulling.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
But
about
But like,
to
what
get
if you're
there.
actually in a relationship?
Oh, well, you're
Well,
in a
yeah.
relationship and how do you
Well,
feel
Yeah,
about it?
exactly.
So,
We
Like-
can't help you.
Stop moving the camera, you
Dumb cunt.
We can't help you.
Is it still
I
Lachie?
can't help you. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't help you here.
Yeah.
I haven't had a ton of girlfriends because I'm not a fucking man-hole.
Retard.
But look, I've had a couple, and you
Yeah.
you
I've
just
had
wanna.
one, man.
Mate, he had one in grade 8.
I had one
Yeah.
in grade 8. I had one last year as well.
Last year?
Oh, he did too for like a month, yeah.
Yeah, for
So you said
That's-
you're not a man whore. You were just saying.
Gotta get clear out of
Go on to Snapchat, go to Quick add all of them, and then stick your jawline in good lighting,
Mate,
and then get some
story.
nice pictures,
That's
and
not-
you're not a man whore.
That's not man whoring. That's getting nice pictures.
This is
right?
just lucky fucking
I need
What's a
exposing
man
this.
whore?
a man
A
whore is a
whore
guy.
is a man.
Is a guy who goes and tries to fuck everyone.
So Shmardo.
Walking,
And
no,
try- and
I
tries
don't
to
go
get-
out of my way.
Yeah, that's
I
in
do it on
person.
Snap.
That's trying to get a
Yeah.
ton of girls in person.
So
On
what do
You're
you?
trying to say Lachie and Shahan?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no!
Stop fucking dropping the glasses. Put them back.
Shahan
Do
be
you have a
naked
watch on
every
your
day.
ankle?
Yes.
Why do you have the fucking watch on your ankle?
Alright. Let's get
Take
back
it off,
to
put it
this.
back.
Let's get back to this.
Bring it back.
Alright, I said not in the middle of conversations. I was in the middle
Yeah,
of the
man.
conversation.
Leave.
And you said
I
you
had
put
it
your
in.
finger up and you went like this.
How's that?
Alright, I had to call you out. I had to.
Look,
Can you fucking put it back?
Oi, Shahan, Jim, stop fucking interrupting me.
Yeah, alright, continue.
So look, genuine. So what Shahan was saying, when you're actually in a relationship, try to keep it up. All you have to do is just keep being yourself, like that. Because if you're in a relationship, they like you for who you are.
Yeah,
So,
but also, yeah.
like, but you don't want to move it too slowly either. Like if you're too bitch to do anything with them, then they're
it's
not gonna
work.
They're not gonna.
And
They're not gonna.
If you can
try and
feel in
stay with
yourself
you.
that it's not gonna work out, just like
Shut the fuck
like,
up later.
If you can feel in yourself that it's not gonna work out, just get out of it. Because there's no point going through it for longer than you have to for the exact same result to come further down the track.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I feel
Just
like
gotta be true
at
to
this
yourself.
fucking age, there's no need for a fucking relationship.
Exactly.
I went
Yeah,
into a.
But I mean, like, but like, not necessarily. Like
Depends who it's
relationships.
with.
Relationships. It's not necessarily to last and get
Yeah.
married and all that shit. Like you don't
It's just-
fucking need to.
yeah,
Oh, okay. On
Like,
that
just
fucking.
want to feel like.
If
you're
dude,
enjoying yourself with
if you like someone and they like you as well, I don't see any reason not to get in a relationship with them. Like obviously it's not gonna last, but for the time being, there's no reason.
Yeah.
If you like them, then.
But you gotta understand that it's for the time being. I got into
Yeah,
a.
exactly.
I got
Exactly.
I got fucking stuck in a 8-month relationship with
Yeah.
this 16-year-old. What? Yeah, it was
Shut up,
8
Sean.
months. You fucking know it was 8 months.
Alright, go.
But I'm not gonna say any names and like yeah.
Yeah, Shahan.
Yeah, Shahan.
Wait, shut up. Real talk.
But yeah, no, you got way too fucking lovey-dovey at the end, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Mm.
to be honest, I didn't mind having like the fun and shit. She was older,
Yeah,
she was into it and all that. But
Yeah.
then she got serious about it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
It needs to be like you can
And
be in a
that's the thing,
relationship, but
yeah.
it needs to stay like.
When it gets too
Casual kind of
serious,
stuff
when it gets
almost.
too serious, yeah, dude, we're 16. We're not like.
I'm
serious
fucking
shit,
15.
that's not- yeah,
No one
dude.
can afford.
actually, I'm a
15,
sexual
16.
assault victim.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have said that on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna fucking.
Yep, Lachie.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about dating your best friend?
Well, as in,
Female.
As in, like,
Female.
Clearly someone needs advice.
as in they were.
Is this related?
No,
related to something we
asking
experienced
for a
at
friend.
Ironbark?
Asking.
No,
for a
so
friend.
so is this as in they were your best friend and now you're
Yeah.
dating them?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. That's a hard one
Can you
because
not lean
look,
on the channel
if
full back?
if you have a good relationship beforehand with them, when you
You don't
break,
wanna ruin
when you break up, it's never gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Even if you say it is gonna be the same, it's not gonna
It's
be
not.
the same.
And also, when
Like
you
it
really-
happened
yeah.
to me as well. I had a really good thing going with this girl. Just like friend, like we were really good friends and close to
Yeah,
each other
sure,
and shit.
sure, yeah.
And we dated for a bit, and we were really close then. But then when we broke up, it was never the same. Even though she
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I really want to keep this close relationship that we had.
Yeah, because
Yeah, people say that. It's
It's never gonna stay the same.
You don't think if you don't keep that close friend relationship that you weren't really best friends in the first place?
well,
you
no,
won't-
you can be best
Well,
friends. You can be best friends, and it can end. That's just how friendships
It's
work.
kind
and
of
all
it's
relationships
kind of
work
like it's
that.
kind of like shit. It's just like how shit goes wrong and then stuff doesn't end up the same. Like you can have like this is a pretty stretched metaphor, but you can have like the greatest city in the world, and then there's a fucking earthquake and the whole thing knocks down.
Yeah.
It was still once the greatest city in the world, but now it's rubble.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not that stretched. That's pretty correlated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I rate it.
Yeah,
Alright,
but-
got anything else?
Right. I think that's one of the last
Hold
ones,
up,
but I.
we've stopped.
Oh,
How long have
God.
we
We're back
stopped
on.
for?
Hey, how long
We
was
stopped for like a second.
It's okay. You were talking the most time. That camera was
Yeah,
on.
we didn't really
It's
care
fine.
about you.
Have we talked about American gun laws? That's
Oh,
it?
no,
Okay,
yeah,
American
that's
gun
a good
laws.
I like this.
Yeah, because that's pretty recent in the news and that like look the Texas
El Paso.
the shit in Texas and all that kind of stuff pretty recent in the
Yeah.
pretty recent in the news. Look,
Yeah.
it's something's got to fucking change.
But
there. Like,
the problem is that it's in the constitution, which means that
yeah,
I'm pretty sure to change a constitution over there, you need like
Just speaking facts, man.
you
What
need
are
like
fucking laughing?
75% of the
What are you doing?
population.
wait, cut if you can't stop
Yeah.
fucking doing shit, then
Leave.
get out.
You need like 75% of the population to like vote for yes to change
Yeah.
it, which means that it's not going to change because there's always going to be more than 25% of people who are like, yeah, we need guns.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
always going to be that, which is the
And-
problem that they got stuck in that
Yeah.
situation.
So something needs to change there, but the trick is how to change it.
Yeah.
Because like at the same time, look at the same time, like even if they do end up managing to ban guns in like a lot of states and that kind of thing,
Everyone already has them.
everyone already has them like in there.
How are you going to enforce it?
Like you
Yeah.
can say you have to hand in all your guns.
Like
and
in
that
Australia,
guns are now
we just
illegal.
we gave up our guns.
And
No
it
one was
worked.
too mad about it. But in
Exactly.
America, they're like
Because
they love their guns.
love
They're like,
their guns.
we
Yeah.
we
Come
hadn't
alive,
had
fucking
them
shit.
for as long as they've had them and stuff. And when we got rid of them, it was straight after our like first biggest mass shooting,
Yeah,
which means
exactly.
everyone was like, "Yeah, we need to do this." But they've had so many now; it's almost like it's to the point where like it doesn't have the same effect of there's a mass shooting, we need to get rid of guns. There's like a mass shooting every day in the US.
what the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, like even if you're not saying shit to interrupt the podcast, you're doing shit to like distract us.
What the fuck is this?
Oh,
Anyways, yeah, that was one of the last ones. You guys got any fucking questions that you got?
Oh well, I was talking to Lachie. I know you already covered this, but like
Yeah.
the legalization of weed.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about like the money for the government, but
Yeah.
I don't think you really touched on like the effect like weed has. Like it's not actually
I think
it doesn't damage
there's-
people as much as it's made out to be.
So if you do it often, there's a lot of like
Withdrawal.
no. So there's a lot of long term issues like schizophrenia is
Yeah.
quite common
if
in long term users, like in the future when they start getting old.
Yeah.
And but short term, if you do it, Lachie, stop fucking distracting me.
I'm talking to him,
Yeah,
bro.
but yeah, it doesn't matter. Just because you're doing stuff in the background doesn't mean you're just not distracting us.
alright. But
You're actually fucking
there
pissing me
can
off.
be.
You
There
realize how
can
much
be-
he's gonna have to cut out of this podcast now because of you?
You stop talking,
Well,
not
this
me.
shit's going up next fucking weekend with all this shit.
Yeah.
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 We'll have him in a sec. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shahan doesn't need one.
But look,
Nah, fuck that.
let me.
What are you cutting?
I'll have
Yeah.
this.
No, fair enough.
Short term problems. You fucking cough too much, cunt. Like that's the one short term
Yeah.
problem. I think it's a really good replacement for cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think
not
it's-
as bad for your lungs.
Look, no, so it's pretty similar for your lungs.
Yeah,
Because it's anything that's going in your lungs that's not air, it's not good for you. Like it's still, it can give you lung cancer just because of the smoke that comes in. Like it's particles that are damaging your lungs and that kind of thing. But it's significantly decreased compared to
that's what I mean.
to tobacco because of the fact that there's not as many chemicals.
It's not as
many-
addictive and
It's
shit.
not as addictive.
Mm.
Like it's still addictive
Yeah.
to people with addictive personalities. But
It-
like
Anything
you
can be addictive. You gotta fucking
It
understand that.
hasn't literally.
like you
got
don't
an
you don't
addictive
crave
drug
it.
in
You don't.
that
The
makes you-
the thing is you don't crave it. You can sit.
Some
there.
people can. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people
yeah,
can crave
that's
alcohol.
long-term users,
Exactly,
that's
and that's also most of the time they have addictive personalities.
the thing.
So like. It'll probably make your throat sound a bit worse, like a bit more harsh. It'll make you cough some more.
Definitely.
But look.
No, and but people are like they overreact to like the actual problem. No one will die from overdosing. on
You can't
marijuana.
overdose on that.
No, you
You
can't.
need like
Yeah.
hundreds
The
of
only
kilos in
the-
15 minutes. To
No,
overdose.
so look, the thing about overdosing with marijuana is you green out, which is for those who don't know, you throw up if you smoke too much in a short amount of
Like
time
drinking
with
too much,
with
you
a
can
with
throw
a
up.
low tolerance to it. If you smoke too much in a short amount of time, you'll probably throw up. You'll green out. But look, like it's probably not gonna happen. you don't green out too often.
And that's not
there's
gonna
not
kill you or anything.
so I think the main thing is if you are smoking weed, if you're doing it recreationally every once in a while for a bit of fun, it's really good for you. If you're doing it because if you're doing it because you're sad and you're trying to you're using
if you can't feel normal without it, then
if you're using a substance
to addiction.
If you're using a substance to
feel
make
normal,
you feel better or feel normal, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And that's when it's really not good.
That's
for
the
you.
same with alcohol. Once you become reliant on it to actually like be able to live, that's when the addictions start and the cravings start.
But look,
if you're just using it once every now and then, just to have extra fun or whatever, and you're already in a good mood, it's not like it won't badly affect you like that much.
It's so much better for you than tobacco, and compared to alcohol, there's really not that many side effects and that kind of thing. But it's because now that it's illegal, it's seen in a really negative time because people who don't do their research, they go, oh, that's an illegal substance, you can't do that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But well, I think you talked about it on the last podcast. The reason it originally became illegal was because it was
Ronald Reagan.
It was Ronald Reagan. It was when it was back in racism, when it was really bad in America. It was seen to be correlated with the was it Mexicans or black people?
Mexicans. Black people was heroin.
Yeah. It was seen with Mexicans and they didn't want to be correlated with that, so they made it illegal.
But there was racism.
But now we're seeing it slowly become legal in more and more states
and countries.
And I think soon enough it'll become illegal in Australia as well. In the next 5 years or so, I reckon we'll see a change in laws. Because look, it's already in a lot of the states of Australia. I'm pretty sure it's already legally like medical marijuana is becoming legal, and in the Northern Territory, it's legal to have 2 plants in your house for recreational use. You're still not allowed to sell, and you're not allowed to have it on you outside, I think. But you're allowed to have 2 pots of marijuana at your house for just smoking recreationally.
I think the law would come in, and you're not allowed to sell it. Basically, that would get rid of so many harms and stuff. Because think about it, people go out to buy that stuff, and they could get stabbed and robbed going out to buy it. If it's just in a shop and you go in and you buy a certain amount for a set price, people aren't going to stab you when you're going to them.
And also the fact when you're buying off a dealer on the streets, you don't really know what's in that weed. There could be fucking anything in there.
It could be
laced. It could be. I heard of this guy who wasn't me that who he
it was laced or something.
No. What happened was he didn't know if it was laced or not, but he only smoked a little bit of it, and then after he smoked it, he
Go on.
Third person. After he smoked it,
third person narrative.
He tripped the fuck out. He thought he died, and he thought that he opened up his mind to a ton of new things. He still reckons to this day. He thinks that life is like you keep going through this line of time where you never actually die.
Yeah.
Because every time you do die, that's a split off of the original timeline.
Yeah.
But you keep on the timeline where any time you can die, but you keep going along the timeline where you don't die.
Yeah.
But then, and what happened to him was that he thought he realized that he died and then came back to life again and stayed in this next level of reality type thing, and it was he didn't know what was real and what's fake, and it was pretty weird.
I sometimes think about that. There's always different paths, and there's different dimensions, I guess, where everyone you're everywhere, but you're always living out a different path in each reality, and you might currently be feeling the best path for you, and that's the only path you ever experience.
Oh yeah.
Stop thinking. Is that on again?
Yeah.
Okay. On the Australian legality of weed and all that, you just got to look at Nimbin. People just stopped giving shits. The cops don't care anymore.
It's the same in South Africa as well, the whole of South Africa, because really they've realized it's not bad for anyone. It's not killing anyone. There's people over in South Africa. They get there's crazy amounts of murder every day in South Africa, and that kind of thing. So the cops don't stop for weed and that kind of thing anymore because they've realized it's it's illegal, but it's called something. It's
Decriminalised.
No, it's illegal but not enforced.
Yeah.
So although it's technically still illegal, it doesn't get you don't get arrested for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they know it's not hurting anyone anymore, and they've got worse things to worry about. So
This is a bit like Oxford, but in like Amsterdam, I think they like decriminalised drugs, like
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you could.
You got shrooms. You got.
no, so now they've actually
They at one
they've
point,
they've made shrooms illegal again.
Really?
at
Because
one point,
because
yeah.
no, it's illegal.
No, at one point.
At one point they
everything
were
was-
legal.
All drugs were decriminalised, which
No.
just means
No.
no,
they
they
didn't.
It
They
wasn't.
criminalized like
It
heroin.
wasn't
and
all
all that.
drugs.
they
It wasn't all
decriminalised like
Some of them.
meth and shit.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't
Yeah.
think they decriminalized
No,
No,
meth.
because there were people. Because I read about there were people addicted to it, and when they decriminalised it, like instead of like sending people to jail, they like rehabilitated them. In like they got them like therapy instead of sending them to jail. So it was
So
and
it
they
didn't. So it didn't make it. It didn't make it legal. They changed.
Well, they
the
didn't get
laws
like
about
convictions, which means it's decriminalised. It's still like
it. No, because they still got. They still got.
But
they
isn't
still
they're
had to
they're not
get
selling
sensory
it state
rehabilitation,
run.
which
But
means
that's like
enforced.
saying
What are you doing, Shaw?
speeding's illegal, but it's not a criminal offence.
Back up, Cam. Go fuck it.
It's not. You don't get
Yeah.
you don't get a criminal record for speeding. It was
Yeah.
the same with that. You didn't get like a conviction for having it. You like there were certain things you couldn't sell it. You couldn't have like a certain amount. But in general, it was decriminalised, and the like percentage of people who were relying on it and like abusing it and dying to it dropped by like 50% over a period of like 2
Yeah.
years or something because of how it became decriminalised and now actually helping people instead of sending them to jail.
So but back onto the topic of when about shrooms in Amsterdam. So they used to be legal, but they became they made them illegal again because it was no
Yeah.
it was completely fine, and then there was this one guy who came to do shrooms, and he had mental conditions that
Yeah.
he was already insane as it was, and he took shrooms and he sacrificed his dog to Satan, and he like
What
full
the
fucking
fuck?
sliced it open, like
Oh.
made this big pentagram with the blood and put
That's
it all
real
over his
fucked
walls
up.
and shit, then killed himself and put the blood everywhere and that kind of thing.
Oh.
And everyone was like, this is insane, this is because of the shrooms, we have to make them illegal again, and made this big petition about it.
Yeah.
When they didn't actually look into it, and they didn't realize that the guy was already like insane. He was crazy as he was. And so instead of making them illegal, what they should have done was they should have changed the laws where to buy them you have to prove you have no pre-existing medical conditions.
That should be the same with marijuana.
But so mushrooms they're psilocybin mushrooms, are magic mushrooms, and they psilocybin truffles are still legal there, so you can still buy psilocybin truffles, except the mushrooms are illegal now.
Mhm.
So they're the exact same thing, except they're just in truffles instead of mushrooms. But yeah, I think Amsterdam has a really good thing going on in the city actually. Yeah.
There's
The
a
red
few
light
countries
district
in
is
Europe
Yeah.
who
pretty
have
mad.
done. In Europe, there's a few countries who have done the same sort of thing with like decriminalising stuff and making more stuff legal to the public. But yeah, of course, selling it that should always be illegal because that's when like actual things happen. That's when it gets laced. That's when people get hurt.
Yeah, that's when bad stuff
Yeah, and
happens.
if you make it legal, you can mainstream what people have, and you can,
Exactly.
and like you said last time, taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
the
make
crazy
so much
amount of
money off it,
taxes.
it's
In
so
other
stupid.
countries, like a pack of cigarettes costs what, like $12 or something?
Yeah,
And
what was Carla saying in Greenland? Like
$8 or
like
something?
darts were like $8 a pack or something
So
like
But
that.
over here they're $40, and that's tax.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all tax. The government earns so much money off those. They
Yeah.
could do the exact same thing with marijuana, and they'd actually earn revenue off what people are already doing and they're not getting anything from.
Yeah, and but I think in Greenland, because Carla was also saying there's not much tax on tobacco, but there's a crazy amount of tax on alcohol.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Like she was saying, a
argument.
bottle of vodka about this big was like $80 or something.
Oh, that's
like
fucked.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that stuff's really expensive, but
Mm.
darts are cheap as.
Yeah, it's just what we put our like tax money on.
Yeah.
And then the government can earn money from that if
And-
they want.
And I think it'd be really good for Australians in that, and to the point where like I have no fucking idea where I'm going with this. I said to the point too, and I don't know what the point was.
Yeah, to that point, yeah.
Too many fucking names.
I completely agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you got anything else?
No, that was pretty much it.
Alright.
Just spin some yarns and that, you know?
Yeah, that's
Fucking-
almost an
fucking
hour.
tell- fucking tell
Jesus
some
fucking
stories.
Christ. But
Yeah.
no, there's a lot of shit I gotta cut out anyway.
Yeah.
Look, spin
Oh, what
some-
about the Ash situation?
Oh, Ash, yeah, we
gets
got to
suspended,
cut-
Yeah.
Is it-
fuck.
How long do you get suspended for?
I
You haven't
think
seen
he's
it for a
back on
while.
Monday.
He's back on
Okay.
Monday, isn't he?
It's like a week.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, that was a pretty.
Oh, wait, I want to talk about grade 8.
Yep.
Jack
Versus
and Marcus. The
Oh,
Marco
fuck,
versus Tyno.
Yeah, Jesus, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
That takes me back. Look, that was. Yeah,
Marcus,
yeah.
mate, you're a dog. Round 2.
Nah,
You
jokes.
fucking looked at his camera and said that.
That's his camera.
Nah, dude, I never did have anything against Marcus. Actually, I was.
Yeah,
that-
no
that-
one actually knew where it
I remember
started.
the fucking Skype
it was
group chats.
literally- It started from
And then
Skype
there was
group
the
chat, right?
SPLC like rumors account, and it posted.
Oh, that was
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said,
Yeah.
I don't condone fighting. Someone please report this.
What? No, I remember Tom Dag in the comments was like, "Can we tag team?" I'm like, "What the fuck's going on here? Can we
Yeah.
tag team?"
Look, I never did have anything against Marcus, and what it was in year 8, dude. We were all fucking seeking for some kind of
Yeah.
attention. We all wanted to be the big deal at the
Yeah.
time. So
And there was the pink
So-
dick.
so look, I needed. I felt like I wanted some attention, and that I wanted people to like me, and I saw all these essays all over the place. They were already having
yeah.
fights and scraps and shit. And I was like, if I do that, then people will think I'm cool because
Yeah.
I've never been in a fight like that before.
Yeah,
And
St.
so-
Peter's is
and
pretty
so-
quiet, and it makes you think that you have to do shit.
Exactly. And look, and then literally it started from a Skype. This is what I fucking do.
You can keep talking.
It's not
Just
fucking-
it's fucking nuts.
But the thing is, if I
Brother,
keep
shorts.
talking, he's gonna have to cut it out because he's doing some dumb shit looking over here, and then he turns around, so it's
No, it
not
doesn't
gonna
matter,
make
it doesn't
sense.
matter.
on
But no one
YouTube.
was making noise.
It's 3
Yeah,
minutes
but
to a
there's
fucking
people
hour.
are all looking fucking everywhere.
Doesn't matter.
In the YouTube video, it's gonna look retarded.
Doesn't matter.
He looks retarded all the time. He can be doing whatever he wants.
Your bow tie.
Oh, that was his bow
I
tie.
was
What the fuck
swinging
did
on
you
my
do?
cock.
Well, where is it now?
I don't know,
know
probably
yet.
in my ass. No, it's
Isn't
not.
it oriented? No.
Doesn't matter.
Alright, let's
Let's
keep going. So what I was saying was it started in a Skype conversation.
Yeah.
I said some shit.
Oh no, it was with Camillo. He was like pissed off at Camillo, and then like you threw an apple at Marcus. Then we went on Skype and shit.
True, that
Yeah.
might have been what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
no,
fucking
no,
stupid.
it wasn't. It was a completely
You
different
don't
thing.
need
Really?
I literally
Gay.
said
Yeah.
I literally said something that was completely normal,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Shut the fuck up, Marcus, cunt."
Yeah.
No. Marcus was like, "Shut the fuck up, cunt," and I was like, "Fucking fire me, Marcus," and he was like, "Sure, bro, I will." And I was like, "Ah, shit," because suddenly I was like, "Oh, now I don't want to look like I want to bitch out of it," but at the same time, like, I don't have anything against this guy. But then I didn't want to look like a bitch, and then I thought, well, I could get a lot of credit out of having a fight, so I was like, "Yeah, sure, bro, sure, I'll fucking fight you, bro." And I was actually
like a bitch.
no, Marcus looked like a bitch. He kept trying to kick me.
No fucking shots landed. That was
Yeah, no, I landed a shot
Bro?
right at the start. I fucking swung him straight in the temple, and then there was no shots
Fuck, I
after
missed
that.
it. Well, fucking what a fight.
Yeah, no,
And
but
the teacher drove past and just scatters.
dude, that's how I got caught because I was facing this way up the hill, and everyone was looking down like this, and the teacher came. Everyone fucking swarmed off. It was the funniest sight
Oh
I've
my
ever
God.
seen. There was literally like 250, 300 people all just vroom, running away from this place, right? And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like looking around like, why is everyone running away? I turn around and this teacher's right there. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I remember I heard someone shout, "Teacher, teacher!" I was like, "Fucking
yeah, I didn't
zoom."
hear that. And so I turned around, she was right there. I was like, oh, fuck. And she was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I was like, "Jack, Tynan. What grade are you?" Yeah, Verdon. And she was like, "What grade are you in?" I'm like, "Yeah, grade 10." And actually after I left, like when she left and I started walking up, fucking Gabe pops out of a bush like, fucking hell, God. I was like, where did you come from? He like, just popped out of a hedge. I was like,
getting
Jesus.
pulled out of the ground.
Finally.
No, I was trying to.
Relief.
I was trying to find that poster I made for it, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
The Battle of Brisbane, Marco vs Tyno. It's not there yet.
I'm
What?
pretty sure I know the account.
What? No, I deleted the account. I had to
saw
delete.
like
I fucking got
I saw it like a
suspended for
month
that
ago.
account.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw an
yeah.
account.
Remember that Ethan
wait,
Lee's video?
Real quick, we got a shout out to my uncle.
Yeah, true. It was.
He deleted the account.
No, it was that. When did you delete it?
Fucking ages ago.
No, because it was there like a month ago. I saw it and I took a screenshot.
It wasn't my
of it.
account.
Well,
Was it?
Yeah.
SPLC memes, SPLC something fucking.
Probably it was that one. Anyway,
real quick, shout out to my uncle. Right here, he's Shmardo's home screen because it's me and my role model.
Hold up. Wait,
It's
is it
on
on
Turn
again?
it off, fucking. It turned off.
Turn it on?
Turn on. Press the fucking. Yeah.
That's my uncle. He's my role model.
You can't zoom like
I
that.
thought it was like one of those. bush
No, it's
cameras.
not. You fuck you. If I
Will Gaddy and Angus Hazel? Definitely Angus Hazel.
Oh yeah, actually.
Wait, let me
we
repeat
should-
that question. Who would win in a fight between Will Gaddy and Angus Hazel?
Not Will
Shmardo.
Gaddy. Angus
Will
Hazel.
Gaddy.
I reckon.
Well, no, I fought Angus Hazel. One punch to the gut, he fucking fell.
Yeah,
but
I
Gaddy
reckon-
can't punch him in the gut.
I reckon
Jack
they
Martin
box.
beat Gaddy in an
Bet
arm
you
wrestle.
box.
Look, I
Oh
reckon.
yeah, fair enough.
Oh, if
but
you
like,
box, you can beat anyone in a fight.
Let me
Except for
answer this
Mike.
question.
Simple.
Let me answer this question. Will Gaddy and Angus Hazel, what would happen is they'd both go to kick each other, touch each other in the shins, and fall down on the ground crying.
They'd snap their shins in half.
yeah.
So like,
It'd be a
like,
tie. It'd
blowing
be a
them.
tie.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Actually, we should do that. Let's get some different
organise
fight.
a fight,
Let's
yeah.
get some different fight scenarios. and
oh
see.
Yeah.
yeah.
I could make these happen.
Wait, we've got.
We get headgear and gloves. I can make this shit happen.
True.
Wasn't we one?
Do you remember Noah and Lincoln last year?
Oh,
No, no,
I actually
good.
fucking
That
got
was a
that.
good. That was
Oh,
a
that-
fun. That was
Bro,
actually good.
I was
came
supposed
up
to
with
fight
something.
Ruben.
Forgot.
That never fucking happened.
What was that?
Ruben. I was
Ruben's
supposed to fight
a
Ruben.
bitch. I fought Ruben.
Oh yeah, we were in
Yeah.
Justice
I was-
and we were talking about assault and how like,
Yeah.
well, like if you're like gonna touch someone, it has to be fully consenting. And Lincoln was like, so if there's a fight and both people consent to that, is it still assault if other people call it in? And the teacher was like, yeah, that's
What,
probably
one
assault.
that
And we all just
consent?
look at Lincoln and start cracking up.
The fuck? What?
You didn't give me consent to touch. Just get the.
Okay.
Okay.
Who else? Who would be good in a fight?
You
Yeah.
two.
Oh.
Me and Shmardo, I'd deck him.
You
Okay,
fucking would.
okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
Are we
yeah.
going street fight or boxing match?
If we're going
Like
boxing,
street fight, as in you can just tackle the shit out of him.
Street fight.
Because
Street
he
fight?
can tackle insanely well.
Yeah, he
Drop
can
like
tackle
a
well, but he
boss.
tackles on the leg, so
I know that,
it
yeah.
wouldn't hurt me.
He could
But like
fucking
throw you on
spear,
the ground.
spear tackle you.
Yeah, but do you remember? Were you there at training when we were doing that? When we were doing that breakdown, and it was like a ruck situation. You had to clean one or the other person out, and he tried to clean me out, and I went underneath him and
Yeah,
stood up with his fucking knees
Like-
up here, and he was hanging down on me like
yeah,
a
but
cape.
cleaning out is not the same as tackling.
Well, because he's a forward, you're a back.
Yeah,
Say you
exactly.
ran
I
it
never have to
straight,
clean out.
if you run it straight, he'd whoop your ass, I reckon.
Yeah,
In like a kind of more wrestling match, he'd beat your ass.
but like, remember, I've only played rugby for like a year. At that point, I'd played like 7 games of rugby.
I think it's just because you have like no brain cells.
I don't,
Like,
I don't
when you
like-
tackle someone, I'm like, surely concussed. And then you get back up,
I
I'm
think
like,
I got
Me-
this kid
yeah.
is just
Me
retarded.
and Shmardo both. We don't have many brain
Yeah.
cells left, you know.
I
Like,
think I got
You're both
concussed.
it's
sharing
same with
one.
I tackle people hard enough to the point where I have scars behind both my ears here because I fucking ripped them open.
Oh,
And then
fuck.
This one I had to get like 5 stitches.
Every game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that bleeds every game.
And
Yeah.
this one I never got stitches and there's a massive fuck off scar behind
No,
it.
but in the trial game against
I could probably
Eddie's,
find
I'm pretty
it.
sure I got like coat hanged in the forehead, and I don't remember like for like 10 minutes of that game. I just can't remember anything.
Oh, I
about
got
it.
knocked out 6 times this season.
Yeah, and then there was one time where I had to go off and see the medic. I think it was against like I don't know, it was against some team. I had to go off and see the medic, and they were like, oh.
He's
What happened? And I was like, I think I got kicked in the jaw and then my head landed on the ground. And they're like, are you okay? I was like, yeah. And they're like, What's your name? I was like, Jack. And they're like, yeah, you're fine to go. I was like, wait, what?
Fine to go.
So I go on, and the ref was like, nah, if you went up for a head check, you can't come back on.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, damn. And
You
then
just
the ref was
drop the
like,
fucking weed?
the ref was just like, actually, nah, I'll let him on.
No, Rushy. Oh no, that was a different thing. That was when Hayden was putting on like every game. He
Yeah,
does.
right.
He was putting on an injury and kept going like this, like pretending that he had a mad head knock.
Boys,
and
that's
he couldn't
Hayden
see
every
properly.
game.
Do you remember?
And,
It's kind of a
but
routine,
then
though.
the ref came up to him. He's like, you need to go off for a concussion check because you keep doing this.
And he's like,
Hayden's
no, I'm also.
no, I'm fine. And he's like, no, you keep doing that. You have to go off because even though he's bullshitting and he genuinely didn't. And Rushy came on and he's like, ref, what's the problem? And Hayden's like, and the ref was like, oh, this young man here keeps squinting his eyes like this, like he has a concussion. And
Rushy's like,
and
nah, he's just bitching it.
no, Rushy had the best fucking excuse. He was like, yeah, it's because he usually wears glasses. He doesn't have his contacts in. And the ref was like, oh, okay, that's alright then. And Hayden's like, yeah.
Hayden needs to learn that he is never injured. We remember that game, grade
Yeah, but
9.
then there's times when he actually does get injured.
My
and everyone's
parents
like,
call
"Get
him
the fuck
floppy
up."
wrist.
Yeah.
Because he just pretends shit every
It's like the
game.
boy who cries wolf. You don't know when he's injured. 'Cause
Exactly.
He's always injured. In grade 9, there was a video of a game, and he went down like he was injured because he thought he missed a tackle and they scored a try. And he was like, oh, he looks up and they haven't scored, and he just jumps straight back up and stuff.
Yeah, he's like on the ground, and then this guy starts running back, and he gets back up fine and goes and tackles him.
And we're like, mate,
Fuck off.
yeah.
It's just his excuse. I fucking love the man.
Yeah.
He's so I love him, bro. But he needs to learn to stop putting on injuries.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Or if he does get an injury and he does feel a bit sore, he doesn't have to show it.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm sore every game. I'm a fucking forward.
Yeah, alright.
Factual.
Fuck.
Yeah, I wanna fight
And
Shahan.
if you are
You want to
sore,
fight Shahan? That
Yeah, I wanna fight,
Ben,
man.
whoop his ass.
then you're a boxer.
He would. He like actually does.
Shahan
fight me.
Shahan,
Ben,
fight
He keeps sending liver shots. I'm like, fuck, bro, I can't breathe.
No, Shahan's like, bro, I can't feel it.
Shahan will
So
pull a
much
Tom
padding.
Dillon.
No, but if I fought you boxing, yeah, I would win. But I wanna like fight you where like everything's allowed because you can fucking
Street.
tackle me.
Pulls out a
with a
gun.
I probably just watch you
Pulls out a fucking gun.
Just misses.
Nah, Shahan will probably pull a Tom Killen. Like first hit and fucking goes like this and
You
runs
know,
away.
what the fucking
Well,
dude.
that was.
I missed that fucking fight. I
What
was
do we
waiting at
think
intro.
about-
I skipped
we were
school
at
to
the-
do that.
we
fight.
Wait, who was fighting?
was Tom Killen and Dan Lewis.
Dan Gleason and
Yeah.
Bro,
Tyno.
he got knocked.
We were at Ironbar.
Tom,
And we
I'm
someone
a-
wrote about it, and it was the funniest thing in the morning when we
Oh,
opened
we
the
were
letter.
cracking up reading, like when everyone heard about that. I was, why did he go?
Look, I'm about to regret what I say now, and I'm very sorry, Tom, but I was the middleman for that whole operation. I low-key set it up.
Bro, I was standing next to you,
I
so I
remember-
wouldn't get fucked up. I'm like, if I'm with him,
I was talking to like Gleason so much about it, I was like talk to Gleason about some stuff and then tell Tom about that and then
But only like that. I want to.
and then I managed to get Tom to come to the train station and then Dan but Tom was like, nah bro, he won't actually hit me, I'll just talk to him. I'll just say some shit and walk past him.
I remember. I saw the video.
And
It
I
was
was
just
like-
Tom
I was
like,
like-
yeah. Oh, whack.
Yeah, Dan's like,
And
no,
the other guy-
come on, fucking. He's like, no, come on, fucking. And then he just goes boom and fucking whacks him like right here. And Tom's like, ah, shit. He goes like this, Tom, and Dan's sitting there like fucking whacking him up, and then Tom just guns him.
Yeah.
And Dan was so hyped up, dude. He like he was full scream, and he's like, "You got me J'd up, gun, you fucking."
And then they're running past, and all the shop
was
owners just
skits.
start running out of the shop.
No, and then what made everyone run away was this fucking tradie from this
Yeah.
massive tradie from the construction site came over, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here, boys!" And everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Just ran.
I heard everyone ran away because someone pulled out a knife.
No.
No, everyone said someone had a knife, but like there was.
I don't know.
Wouldn't stab him though.
I don't know.
We're gonna keep that on.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter. He
yeah.
just gone to the
Sounds
kitchen
the whole
store.
thing.
And
Allegedly.
Love you, Dan.
Love you, Dan.
Fucking allegedly.
he bought a steak and he needed to cut it up.
Ugh.
Don't worry.
Mate, they ran out of cutlery at home.
Yeah. So anything else, guys?
Well, who I want to like put together some fight situations and then see who everyone
Yeah,
thinks would
yeah,
I
win.
want to box Shahan.
I want to box you.
I want to fucking see.
Dude,
it.
I would
Whoop
watch.
your
I
ass.
would
You
your
wish.
ass.
I haven't seen Lucky fight.
Surely we
I reckon-
organise like
He's
a
never
pool, like a
punched
fighting
someone
pool.
in his life.
I'm a nice guy.
I reckon
I'm a-
Lockie would
Oh,
win.
it's guys. Shut the fuck up.
I reckon Lockie would win. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
wait.
Can we talk about Joe for a second?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Wait. You know Joe, right?
Fuck off.
Just ask.
What? Who's Joe?
John, that's where we ended.
And that's it for today, boys. Absolutely fucking amazing podcast. Get your fucking cock out, man.
Put your left nut on.
Oh yeah, mad podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's a.
No, get your fucking testicles away from the camera. But yeah, nah, next one we'll probably have Lachie and Shahan.
Yeah, thanks for having us on,
Other
man.
people, yeah.
It was a pleasure
You're all good.
being on.
So send some questions through for me and Shahan.
Yeah,
I am
for
willing
sure.
to answer absolutely anything.
Oh,
like,
make
I
it
could
juicy.
You're
not
the
give
man.
Make him
Fucking
juicy.
anything.
Like
Make them fucking saucy.
anything.
Why do you smell like a pussy?
Like anything. No, that's for next week.
Why do women have two buttholes?
Yeah, why do we have 2 buttholes?
3.